Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. Yes, I'm Steve Hoare. It is your Liverpool news update here on Friday, February the 16th. Hope you're doing well, looking forward to the weekend yet. Literally 24 hours away from Liverpool kicking off against Brentford in the Premier League on Saturday afternoon. I'm here to bring you all your latest Liverpool news that you need to know, and a lot of it will be related to that game, of course, as Jurgen Klopp has recently, I say in about an hour ago maybe, completed his press conference ahead of the game. Do let me know your thoughts as we go through the game as well. As we go through the show, let me know and I'll bring them up. If you want to use the YouTube chat, just make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll be able to post your messages in there once you have done so. If you're on Facebook, you guys can put your messages in as well, and I can bring them up. Let's make a start then on the main news that come out of Jurgen Klopp's press conference, is that Mo Salah is fit and available to start the game if Jurgen Klopp selects him. Yes, according to the boss, Salah's been in full training for basically all week, so since Tuesday he's been in full training, and if Liverpool want to select him, and if the manager wants to select him, he is available. Yeah, I've got a message here from Justin. Justin Freeman says, great to have the Egyptian king back. I hope he scores tomorrow. It's interesting because trying to think of the word. Jurgen, I don't know if had to go is the right word, but hit back maybe. He hit back at suggestions that Liverpool's medical team, or indeed Jurgen Klopp himself, had, rushed players back, I suppose. Obviously, Alexander-Arnold, Thiago and Szoboszlai have all come back from injuries and all reoccurrences of injuries. Jurgen said the players have not been rushed back at all. If anything, Liverpool have been extra cautious with most of them. He just said basically it's been a little bit of bad luck. That obviously plays into the Salah thing because he doesn't believe anyone's been rushed back. So we had a comment here from Paul, who actually says, do we need to rush Salah back, especially after rushing Dom and Trent back? Well, Jurgen actually disagreed that he did any of those things. He said the players were declared fit and available. They all passed. They were all basically declared fit before they started that game. They were declared fit long ago. He just said there was a little bit of hard lines, really. So Prota Jadui says, whoever give the green light to Szoboszlai and Trent needs to be boosted again. Klopp's kind of hitting back at those suggestions. He said it's different injuries, it's different things. It's just one of those. They were fit, they were available, they were clear to go. Liverpool, in fact, if anything, Liverpool were extra cautious with both of them. They eased them both in against Norwich before they then started them in later games. It's just one of those things. He said it is what it is. So on the Salah thing, all signs point to the fact that he probably will start, I believe anyway. Now Jurgen could, of course, if you're looking at that League Cup final now, Liverpool have got 3 games in the next week or so rather. You could say Salah for 30 against Brentford, 60 against Luton, ready to play 90 against Chelsea, for example. That could make sense, but Salah's been training now for 4 days, or he will have trained for 4 days after today's session. So he's fit and available to go, and it'll just depend, basically. It'll be the manager's decision. The medical team have given the green light. Salah's good to go. So, yeah, we'll see how that one pans out. But according to everyone, he is 100% fit. Klopp did say Szoboszlai and Alexander-Arnold and Thiago were all 100% fit as well. So just worth keeping that in mind. Unfortunately, on Szoboszlai, the last we heard of Jurgen was that a week ago. He was touch and go for the Brentford game. Maybe not. Jurgen has now ruled them out, he said in the press conference. I'll make sure I get the quote right. He said, I'm not sure if Szoboszlai has a chance to play in the League Cup final, maybe, which obviously means he's ruled out against Brentford. He's probably ruled out against Luton in midweek, and then we'll see how he goes ahead of the League Cup final. There were some reports circling, yesterday, that suggested that that Szoboszlai wouldn't be featured in that League Cup final at all. Jurgen didn't go that far. He said he's got a chance, but it's a maybe at this moment in time. So no Szoboszlai for the trip to Brentford, along with, of course, no Alexander-Arnold, who will miss that League Cup final. Klopp said he's probably looking at the week after. I'm guessing Liverpool have got their eyes on getting Trent back for that Manchester City game, of course. And then Thiago, God knows. I mean, I'm only going to guess when he's going to be back. Absolutely no idea, yeah. AJ said Klopp did give us a bit of hope towards the press, so that Szoboszlai might be back for the final. Don't rule that out. Absolutely, yeah, exactly that. He ruled him out for the Brentford game. He pretty much ruled him out to Luton, but he did say the final is a maybe, so we'll see how that one is for there. Back to Salah. David says, bring Mo on the 70th minute to run their tired legs ragged. Like I say, if he's fit, I think he'll start him. I personally think he'll start him. If he's been declared fit, he's been in full training for 4 days. He's a member of the first team squad who's now fit and available to play. So therefore, if Salah's fit and available, Salah usually plays. So I think he probably will play. And yeah, we had another one of those comments here again from Abinash who says, we shouldn't rush Salah like we did Trent, Dom and Thiago. Again, Klopp's hit back. He said he didn't rush them back. They were declared fit. Salah's not being rushed back. He's been training since Tuesday. He'll have had 4 training sessions. That isn't rushing somebody back. That's declaring somebody fit. There's a massive difference. You know what I mean? Rushing someone back is maybe you give them 1 session or half a session and then throw them straight in. Salah's trained all week. So he's not being rushed back at all. He is just who he is, and he's available for selection if needed, and we'll find out if he does get selected. If you want even more content around that Brentford game, I had John Reid and Peter Kenny-Jones in this morning on the YouTube channel and on the podcasting services to preview the game as well, where we went more in depth in the options Jurgen does and doesn't have available. Obviously, Salah is back. Szoboszlai is the main news coming out of the press conference. I think that was news that we were all pretty much aware of anyway, or we were pretty much sure that was going to happen. But yeah, the fact that Salah's been in training all week in full sessions, no having to step out, no missing bits at all. He is completely 100% ready to go. I reckon he's probably going to start. Moving away from that game against Brentford, then first bit of news I want to talk about is Diogo Jota. Yes, Diogo Jota has been named as the Premier League's Player of the Month for January. Jota got 3 goals and 2 assists in January for Liverpool. As we mentioned before, obviously, Salah's been out. Liverpool won all of their Premier League games in January, and Jota was a major reason behind that as well. He stepped up to the plate. Nice to see him getting some recognition on a national level as well. And as AJ says, and I completely agree, AJ, as well, he'll love that for his FIFA card, yeah. Jota can't wait to get the bonus FIFA card. Well, I don't even know what you call it, sorry, I'm so out of date with this stuff. My son plays FIFA. I know you get like team of the week and team of the month and all that, so Jota's going to get himself an extra special card. Knowing how often he likes to play FIFA, he'd be delighted to stick himself up front in his own team with his extra special boosted card. So yeah, fantastic, and rightly so. Great recognition for Jota. And obviously without Salah in January, someone needed to carry the can for the Reds in the Premier League, and Jota was more than willing to step up to the plate. He did it in fine form. So yeah, Jota, Player of the Month for January. That adds, of course, Connor Bradley was voted as the PFA Fans Player of the Month for January as well. So Liverpool won the official Premier League Player of the Month award and the Fans PFA voted award as well. Jota and Bradley respectively. So yeah, good news for Jota. And if that wasn't enough, the gaffer himself won the Barclays Football Manager of the Month award for January as well. Yeah, Klopp named as the Premier League's best manager in January as the Reds won all 3 of their Premier League games in January. They also won 3 cup games and drew 1 as well. And the one that they drew, they didn't need to win. They just drew to get to a final. So obviously Liverpool battered Newcastle, battered Bournemouth and battered Chelsea in January. Yeah, as well. So I think was it 12 goals in 3 games the Reds scored in the month of January in the league. So yeah, Jurgen Klopp rightly awarded that award. And like I say, I know the Premier League don't really take into account what happens in cup fixtures and stuff, but maybe the fact that he did have to navigate a really tricky period, obviously beating Arsenal in the cup, a 2-legged semi-final against Fulham, obviously the Norwich game as well, where some teams were literally on the beach all week because they weren't in those games. Jurgen did a fantastic job in January. So yeah, glad for him to be named as the best manager in the league in January. As AJ says, our January was immense. Núñez versus Bournemouth was my highlight. It was a very good goal. I think that Connor Bradley against Chelsea was my highlight of January. Connor Bradley's goal against Chelsea was my moment of the month in January. Where Liverpool had some fantastic ones, didn't they? The big wins. 12 goals in the league in 3 games. That'll be why Liverpool had a clean sweep of all of those awards as the Reds. They certainly got the job done in the month of January. The League Cup final will hopefully be a deserved star for Harvey, says Nathan. Yeah, it's interesting really, Nathan, because Jurgen was asked about Harvey Elliott at the press conference as well. Mars, I'll move on to that. And he was asked, like, is he gutted that he's not starting? Is he knocking on your door? And he was like, no. He was like, no, absolutely not. He's fine. He's getting on with it. He's doing the job for the team and he's brilliant. Now, Brentford, and I said this in the build-up show, I don't want to go over it too much, they do pose a specific threat. Jurgen again referenced that in his press conference. They played for set plays. Ivan Toney, he said, either wins the ball or gets fouled, so the Brentford either get up the pitch with his little flick-ons and one-twos, or he goes down and tries to win fouls. We've seen Jurgen Klopp play Cody Gakpo in midfield, actually, both times against Brentford. Now, they both at Anfield, of course, the last 2 times we played them. But that's probably why Harvey isn't going to start against Brentford, because he's tiny, really. But you are right. If Szoboszlai's out of the final, there's every chance that Harvey Elliott can get a game. There's also every chance Conor Bradley could play in that, given Alexander-Arnold's injury as well. So it's I get your points on Harvey. He is earning a start, and Jurgen was quick to reference that, but he's also said he's doing a great job for the team. There's no ego from him. There's no kicking off. There's no booting the door down. He's getting on with it, and he's doing a fantastic job. I, like Google Plus says, I can't trust the takes of a pancake hater. Listen, for those who didn't watch on Pancake Tuesday, right? Or was it Valentine's Day I did the show? I didn't say I hate pancakes. I like pancakes. I like big, fluffy, thick pancakes that you get for your breakfast. I don't like the pancakes that the ones where you flip them in the pan. I'm not a pancake hater. I refute that. I bat that away. It's gone. Get rid of that. I don't hate pancakes. I just don't like those particular types of pancakes. If anything, I like the more ridiculously unhealthy versions, which is probably explains why I'm constantly having to go on diets all the time. Because my ridiculous sweet tooth. When I went to America in 2022, I probably had my body weight in them. So I absolutely like American pancakes, Tom. Yes, I do. I'm not a pancake hater. I just like the thicker, big breakfast pancakes. I probably had too much of them. I think I had my own seat in IHOP for 2 weeks. So I don't hate pancakes. I didn't like those ones that people were making on Pancake Tuesday. That's what I meant. I am refuting that. I don't mind people slandering me. I get slandered on the internet all the time, trust me. The comment sections, my mentions are not fantastic at times, but that's a lie, and I will stand up to that lie. And F-Sham says, I hope you're well, Steve. I'm fine, mate. I'm just refuting slanderous comments that are getting made against me. I have to defend my honour when it's needed. Ibrahim, Steve, what are the chances of us signing Kylian Mbappe? Yeah, of course. Kylian Mbappe, it was announced yesterday, wasn't it? He's going to be leaving PSG. It was funny because Dan put it in our Redmen WhatsApp group, and Chloe nearly had a heart attack when she saw Kylian Mbappe being mentioned in the Redmen group. Turns out we're not signing him. Chloe might have got a bit overexcited there. No, just that he's leaving PSG. What are the chances of us signing him? I would say about the same as me growing a mullet tomorrow. Would be my guess, if I'm honest. He's going to Real Madrid. He just is. We all know he is. Real Madrid are building another Galacticos. Their front three is going to be frightening. Their team's going to be frightening. They're going to have Vinicius, Mbappe, and Jude Bellingham for like 10 years or something stupid like that. That's what's happening. So no, the chances of us signing Mbappe, I would put it very, very, very slim. So yeah, that would be my one. And yeah, shame on Dan for giving Chloe a heart attack for 30 seconds before she quickly realised what was going on. Yeah, absolutely. I just don't see it at all. Chloe is in the comments there. I'm praying on the miracle of me growing a mullet over here. I don't think so. I could grow hair around the back. I could have one of those like Paul Heyman haircuts where he's bald on the top and long at the back. I could actually do that. It'd take a while because hair does grow here and here. But yeah, I don't believe that would be the case, if I'm honest. There's probably more chance of that happening than Kylian Mbappe signing for Liverpool. If I'm wrong, it'd be nice to have him, but I'm pretty sure he's going to Real Madrid already. He's probably just trying to get a bit more money out of them, and why wouldn't you? Yeah, Josh says Steve's Hulk Hogan hair incoming. I did in lockdown. Remember the first lockdown? I did do that, just for a laugh. Really, I just thought I'm not going out. I can't do anything. And all I was doing was Zoom quizzes. I thought I'll just see how it goes. It did get pretty thick. It was very Hulk Hogan-esque actually, but it was very bald here. So yeah, it was very Hulk Hogan-esque. Just without my moustache game wouldn't be as strong as Hulk's as well. I've got this like stubbly thing going on. I don't think I could grow I probably could actually grow the full moustache. My issue is it doesn't really join up as much. But yeah, NWO era Hulk Hogan, maybe I could dye it black. Yeah, the Hollywood Hogan style. But yeah, there's more chance of me turning into Hulk Hogan, I think, than Kylian Mbappe signing for Liverpool anyway. I'd put it that way. Right, let's move on to our next story. Let's talk about Fernando Torres then. Yes, Fernando Torres is returning back to Anfield to play in the Liverpool kit for the first time since he departed. Obviously, Torres is going to be part of the LFC Legends team against the Ajax Legends team. That game takes place in March in trying to raise money for the LFC Foundation. Torres did take part in a charity game, an all-star game in 2015. I think it was something with Steven Gerrard and Jamie Carragher put that game together to raise money for their respective foundations. It wasn't a Liverpool kit though, I think I'm right in saying. So yeah, Fernando Torres back in a Liverpool kit for the first time. He'll be part of the LFC Legends team that plays against Ajax. It'll be interesting to see what reception he got. I was at that 2015 game and he actually got a good reception. He got his song sung. He actually stopped playing footy to clap the Klopp while he sang his song. So yeah, it was. I like AJ says, the 2015 game seems like that's when everyone forgive him and his documentary. Yeah, and I think the more he spoke about why he left Liverpool and the reasons and behind it and what happened, that I think people have sort of forgiven him. So I think he'll get a good reception. But yeah, if you're all like singing the Fernando Torres song, and who doesn't like singing the Fernando Torres song? One of my best memories as a Liverpool fan was the 4-1 at Old Trafford in 2009. I was thinking getting locked behind at Old Trafford after we just wiped the floor with United, bouncing to the Torres song. It's a great one. So if you want to get yourselves in the stadium, see Fernando Torres and sing his song in 2000, like we were doing back in the good old days when he scored 81 goals for Liverpool between 07 and whenever he left. Was it 11? Yeah, when Kenny took over. Then yeah, get yourselves down to Anfield. I'm sure it'll be a fantastic occasion. Yeah, we get to see Fernando Torres back. His first time playing at Anfield in a Liverpool shirt since that. Well, as Chloe mentioned earlier when we were talking, Fernando Torres broke her heart back when he left to join Chelsea. So a chance to put some smiles back on some people's faces. For those of you who didn't watch him, and I know some of you might be a little bit too young, so which is mad saying that given that was only in the early 2010s. But listen, it was like 14, 15 years ago now, which is a long time ago. He was phenomenal for us. Like he was like box office how good Fernando Torres was for such a long time. Unfortunately, it ended because Liverpool fell to shit. And he got himself out of there. And listen, replacing him wasn't easy for Liverpool. Although they did try and replace him with Andy Carroll and Luis Suarez. We all actually thought Carroll was the replacement. It turned out it was Luis Suarez because he was pretty good as well. Until he fucked off as well. Don't worry about it. Absolutely don't worry about it. I like Google Plus, Istanbul, the Gerrard final, corner taken quickly, and now the Mbappe mullet. The club of miracles. Listen, if Mbappe signs for us, well, I'll promise you now, from the day he signs, I won't shave my head for 3 months. And let's see if I can grow that mullet. So here you go. My promise to you, if Liverpool sign Kylian Mbappe, I won't shave any of this for 3 months, and I will grow the full Hulk Hogan style head. I think I'm going to be fine. If truth be told. It'll do me a favour because I have to shave my head every single bloody morning or every other morning. So do me a favour if I don't have to do it. But yeah, I'm going to absolutely do it as well. Lee Whisker says shame the Legends game isn't on LFC TV. I didn't know it's not. I don't know about that, Lee. It probably will be. Sometimes, or they probably will put it on LFC TV, or they'll do the thing where you have to buy a ticket off Facebook and you can watch it around the world for a couple of quid, a little bit of a donation, but I'm sure everyone who wants to watch it will be able to get the chance to watch it. I think last time they asked for a little bit of a donation on Facebook and you could watch it there or on the YouTube channel and stuff. So I'm sure there'll be ways and means for everybody to watch the game. But yeah, if you want to get yourself down there and you're in the Liverpool area, go and support a very, very worthwhile charity. And of course, lifelong Liverpool fan Sven-Göran Eriksson will be managing one of the teams as well. Klopp mentioned that at his press conference. He said the Legends might win now because Kenny isn't the manager. Yeah, which is a nice little quip from Jurgen. But yeah, Ian Rush, John Barnes, John Aldridge and Sven-Göran Eriksson will be managing the Liverpool team. Another question, and I'll answer your question, AJ. Steve, do you think that anyone but Xabi Alonso would be a disappointment? These De Zerbi rooms just don't hit the same. This is what we need to be careful of, and it's kind of the point I've been making all the time. I would like Xabi Alonso to be the Liverpool manager. It is not the be-all and end-all if he isn't. There will be other alternatives as well. Yes, Alonso, not only because the history of his history at Liverpool, rather the fact that how good his Leverkusen team have been and continue to be this season. Of course, we would all like him. He's having a really fantastic start to his managerial career, and there's every chance that he just becomes the next great manager. But it would be so harsh on the next person if everyone's down in the dumps because it wasn't Xabi Alonso. Like, he's got to want to come here. He's got to turn down potentially Bayern Munich. He's got to turn down Real Madrid as well, who might be interested, depending on what Carlo Ancelotti's future looks like. So I don't think I would like it to be Xabi Alonso, but I think it's really harsh. If it isn't him for whatever reason, the next guy needs a chance. You know what I mean? Like, Liverpool didn't sign Jude Bellingham, but they did sign Szoboszlai and McAllister, and they're top of the league. And yes, of course, we'd have been fantastic with Jude Bellingham. He's probably the best player on the planet at the moment, but you can still win without him. Liverpool are showing that, and it could be the same as well. Liverpool might not get Alonso, they might get someone else. My thing with De Zerbi is that I don't think his character suits Liverpool, if I'm honest. I think he's too far sometimes a lunatic, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. Like, Jurgen's passionate, but Jurgen doesn't always come across like a bit of a dick. Sometimes, like De Zerbi, I think, does. But his teams play well. But then also, like, I think he'll get a chance to manage a really big team at some point, De Zerbi. I'm just not sure it'll be us. I'm not sure it is. I'm not quite sure it fits, but I'd give anyone a chance. They more than deserve it. Xabi is my number one choice, but I'm getting more excited about Amorim as well, says JD. Yeah, if you want to know more about Amorim, we've got loads of content over on Redmen Plus. Actually, Dan's been speaking to loads. He spoke to Aaron from Proxy de Janeiro all about Amorim. Obviously, Aaron knows Portuguese football like the back of his hand. So we've done a little bit with the coach's voice guys as well, looking at different options. And again, Amorim was one of them brought up. I know no team has scored more goals this year, this calendar year, I think, than Sporting have. Obviously, they had another good result in Europe yesterday. So he could be a viable option. So like you say, there are other options as well. I would like Xabi as well, but yeah, you're all right, JD. There are others out there. Mad Japple, nice name, says, how lucky was Errol getting that Google gig? So jealous. Yeah, if you haven't watched it on the Liverpool YouTube channel yet, Errol was involved with I'm guessing, would you call it a sponsored video from Google? The Google Pics guys, where unsuspecting people got their photos taken with the Liverpool legends. I was aware of it. Obviously, it happened a few weeks ago. And I'd seen, Errol had shown me the behind the scenes footage and his pictures on his phone and stuff. He had to keep it all hush-hush, but yeah, Errol was involved with that one. Basically, if you were at Albert Docks about a month ago and you saw Errol and you didn't follow him into that room, you missed out on meeting 3 Liverpool players. You missed out on meeting Alisson, Szoboszlai and Virgil van Dijk. Now listen, I'll be honest, if Errol approached me and asked me to go into a room with him by myself, would I accept the invitation? No, and Errol. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I would. I absolutely would. We'd have a laugh. But you would have got yourselves involved with. But yeah, go and check out. If you did ignore Errol, shame on you because you missed out on meeting all those players. But yeah, go and check that video. Some of the reactions when Virgil van Dijk and Szoboszlai and Alisson pop out are really great. So yeah, do go and check that out on the official Liverpool channel as well. Right then, that is it for today's news update show. Hope you've all enjoyed it. Like I say, if you want more Redmen goodness in your lives, the match preview is out on the channel right now. We had a more in-depth look at the game against Brentford and a little look at Manchester City and Arsenal's fixtures as well. So do go and check that out. Make sure you come back tomorrow and join us for the watch along because it'll be an absolute barnstormer as Liverpool hopefully get the weekend off to a flyer by beating Brentford. Thanks very much for watching this one, and I'll see you all tomorrow on the watch along. Take care.
Hey, thank you so much for checking out the content today. If you want to get your name in and amongst these wonderful people, then head to redmenplus.com. Join as a Legend tier subscriber. You're going to get free merchandise codes. You're going to get in our Discord, and you're going to get your name at the end of YouTube videos. Yes, redmenplus.com, Legend tier status.